Pasha. German beer is much Pasha.
Simple? Yeah.
You are live, by the way. You are live. It's being streamed.
It's streaming.
Yes.
That's from him. But
From
it's a good
when?
sound.
From when?
But they always complain that the sound is not good.
They did it only once. Come on.
Since we are talking about where left comes from.
13 people.
Okay, can somebody do some of the work here, please?
No.
Yep.
No, slave.
The eye is back.
Point at the dudes.
We give the opening.
This is the lie.
A lie.
The lie is slowly teleporting.
Crowdfunding project, you suck at social media. For a crowdfunded project, you kind of suck at social media.
Why?
You can tweet like 1 minute before the weekly attraction.
We're working here.
I know, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I mean
yeah.
no harm.
You can't
So
say
we-
that and drink beer.
But people should do it for us. That's the thing. We're working and they say, oh, we do.
Hey,
We always
maybe-
do it the same day at the same time.
Yeah, okay, if you stick at the same
Maybe
time.
Kind of
that I could do
expected.
it.
Why is the camera?
Because you are expressing your opinions on the social media.
Ooh, dark. Do we have a confession or? Oh, hello.
That's not a good light.
No.
You have to open it. But this is also good. Not working. See, look.
That's very bad.
No,
You
it
can't
has,
see the
it
screen
has to
anymore.
be
Is that better or worse?
it's
It's
actually
slightly better.
completely the
No,
same.
no.
Yeah.
Shit.
But have to lower the camera.
Yeah, lower so it doesn't
Lower
get
the
much,
camera. You see?
Oh.
How is
Maybe
that
you can
possible?
see my mirror image.
What?
Lower it further. And then move it up. Do a pan. What camera pan? What camera pan? Move up.
This is how we
Yeah.
do it.
No. Little bit to the left. Yeah.
Oh, what's
You
this?
see? Now
We
you
need to paint the walls black
Yeah.
have to
How is that possible?
sit all
because it doesn't
Yeah,
no.
don't expose
like
anything.
have to sit like
No.
Anyway,
Hola.
So, Mathieu is not available today, so we will ask Pablo to do Mathieu.
If you can just wrap the camera
all
up
right.
so it's more stable.
But Pablo, you have Mathieu's file?
I do.
Okay. Then move the picture to Mathieu.
To the screen actually.
Pablo.
Alright, do you want to point at the
To this?
On it?
screen?
We have the worst cameraman.
But there is no camera anymore, right? Now.
Yeah, the camera is streaming.
But we both
And
have-
then whenever possible, just leave the camera like still.
Alright.
Adam, okay, now we need a dolly shot. Pan, slowly, zoom in a little bit.
Drama shot.
Cut to the fish eye.
Alright, so Mathieu has been working on several stuff. Mathieu has been working on several stuff this week. Last week we ended up with like sort of an idea of the main characters, but still they're not there. So this week we thought of working on the secondary characters and extra characters, which are many. We also know that Frank and the other characters change shape in different worlds. So this world was supposed to be the caterpillar world. He worked on different versions of it. And there are only a few renders, but basically it was trying to get from some of the sketches, try to
That's
get
not changing
So
shape.
creepy.
That's the sheep being absorbed by
by I don't want to say
It depends on which
Yeah.
way is the out,
Yes.
which way is the exit, and which way is the.
That's the truth.
It's a premium deal.
And now it's more like E.T.
yeah.
Yeah.
You should put it in a little basket on the bicycle.
Where can we find a bicycle? So that's a bit.
Shouldn't make too much fun of this. It's like right in shower.
So yeah, basically it was more of an experiment of trying to get the vehicle. How much it can be.
Yeah, that's the Al Qaeda version.
Well,
Or the doctor.
anyway, the thing is that
Oh. So weird.
it's
Oh, no, it's a little bit like Batman.
Alzahu.
So
Dit was modeled by myself.
Basic textures.
yeah, based on some drawings and some experiments, basically.
Okay.
The idea is that you have to recognize them immediately. But it's a bit hard because not even the main character, like the main shape, is defined yet. So it's a trade-off.
At first we had the eyes, but it's
I personally like sort of like this shape, or even with the pink. This I'm not a big fan.
Why?
But even with like orange part is it's sort of okay. I mean, of course, this is gonna have more colors and more fun.
It's fun, but it needs more work.
And this is the one he liked the most, so he kept working on it, trying to get the eyes, to keep the eyes, but try to get the rest more pink and still in the same.
This is a paint over, right?
I think this is a paint over, yeah. But yeah, it was the main experiment.
That's you.
But we totally need to work on this, all of us. So yeah, that was the experiment, and yeah,
I like the pink.
yes,
Yeah. It's going to be a pink caterpillar.
totally.
You like that? No.
With a few other colors, it could be nice, like some orange and some in the same hue. Colors.
And if it goes to render, if it goes to the render without the texture, you never find out.
Ah, that's good. Yes,
Yeah.
it's a color of broken assets.
That's easy, then go to the texture.
Yes, you just put a dead
It's
image.
true.
Yeah. And the link. Now it's gonna have some colors.
Should make
So yeah, this is all.
There's always matter a bit much more. There's a new
Yeah.
script, but that's what.
There's a new script, yeah, because yeah, without dialogues, but
Yeah.
yes, it's still there. And from there we took the main characters, the new characters, and yeah, he's been working also with Sarah, like trying giving directions. And
You got the voice, no? Someone to do the voice thing?
no, not yet.
Yeah.
And there are some other stuff I think from Victor, but they were, I don't know if they were old or we seen it last week too.
Okay, but yeah.
Okay. Sorry if I missed something. Mathieu.
You said it was in it as again.
Yeah, I looked it up.
Okay.
Anyway, well, I'm already talking, so maybe I can
Proceed.
Yeah, go for
proceed.
Use the camera.
I'm just looking at if somebody commenting or anything.
Oh, he did hair and the rotation test.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I couldn't find them on
Ja,
SVN.
dat was copied.
Yeah.
It,
With anamorphic bokeh
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but it's not on the weekly.
The last one he did is the computer there, so yeah, maybe we didn't.
I had to copy that to the folder.
Yeah. Yeah, the weekly should be
We have to
filled
get
on
the
Friday.
Mac to be connected to share too. Why
The-
is
the-
that not done?
the what?
Is
The
that
trash
not
can.
working for slash render and slash share?
How come?
The Mac.
Slash render is
But-
oh, but it's not hooked up. Yeah. Because
What kind of TVs do we have here?
not
What kind of people?
You don't have them. Okay.
exactly. Everybody's a little bit TD.
Huh?
Yet.
Okay, we need our Cisco back.
Yes.
We like that kind of stuff.
It's tedious.
So with based on some of the on the previous based on the previous script, on the one we read last week, on the previous week, we now know that there is a Tara, it's a butterfly so far. We don't know if we see her in other shapes yet. We have Frank, our main character. We see it as a ship. He's naked too, so we should start thinking about that. I was thinking of making what do we have to do? We have to make Frank, yeah, but also have to do it without any fur.
That's easy.
What?
Shaved sheep look really funny.
Some, yeah, well, there we did some experience, but it's more complicated than you know. It's not as cute.
Right now. That's it.
You don't have a problem designing a naked sheep.
It's not a naked
without
sheep.
wool.
It's a naked 60 years old sheep.
Yeah, you have to
Depressed.
make that one, and then
Yes.
we add hair to it, and then you are done. You model a naked sheep, plus you add hair, and then you have
Like a,
It's just with that we haven't yet designed the naked sheep. That's it. It has to be designed. That's it.
not even the non-naked sheep is designed.
No,
yet.
Okay, but if you model a sheep with hair,
Without hair, it should be
with
fine.
real hair, and you remove the hair, you gotta make a sheep.
no, but it's not that. No, absolutely not.
Oh.
Because there is the shape of the hair, and then it could be completely opposite as the shape of what's inside. That could be because that's
If you
That's
remove
not
all
funny.
the cloths from Chantel, you don't get a naked sheep.
yeah, but that's not the same. Like
I know.
here, the hair is really rounded, and inside it could
Somebody in
be it could be really skinny.
But if you would model a naked sheep,
Yes.
then you can add hair to it.
Yes.
So
That
you don't have
way
to
it
model one
works.
sheep, you have to model a
No,
different sheep
of
for
course
hair.
not. It's just we have to do it the other way around. We won't
You can
shape
remove
it.
some details.
Shearing.
Yeah. And it has to be a bit more appealing.
Yeah.
Like in Pixar's short in Bounding, the sheep gets naked. And
Who's
it's
doing it?
beautiful. In Pixar's Bounding.
Yeah. Does it have a dingling?
The bouncing.
No,
No dingling.
bouncing, bounding,
Yeah.
whatever.
I don't
From
remember.
the 2D director, it's very, very.
Bouncing,
Yeah.
bounce. Can we show those pictures on the? Oh, we're not showing the
Is
screen.
that new or old? I'm saying I don't remember the bouncing sheep.
No,
It's a
don't,
kinda- it's a
because I'm
rabbit.
showing the thing. Maybe it's not allowed. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
It bounces and bounces day and night and blah blah blah. I don't know the music, but
Oh,
This
I think
one.
I thought-
Yeah.
Ah.
It's,
Oh, nice.
you can show it.
Yes.
It's not really old.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
Very old.
From the 90s.
No.
How they old?
No.
No. They took a 2D director, traditional, never worked with computers in his life,
Yeah.
and then he directed a short. So it has the feeling from traditional animation.
Yeah.
But
it's bounding. It's not bouncing.
It's bounding.
Yes.
but he bounces around.
Yeah.
But
No, but I
it
always
looks like it's from the days of.
And here you have it with the fur under.
look at that. It's the most beautiful thing ever.
First most of it. It's from the 90s. Late 90s, early 2000s.
How does he reproduce?
Huh?
Well, that's not his leg.
You're asking the wrong questions.
So now
Anyway.
we have a star sheet for our movies.
Anyway, let's not get depressed. So they made a nice, cute ship, but yeah, the ship is like 10, that one, and
The sheep is pink.
it doesn't want to kill himself.
Yeah, he's happy about life.
Okay, we have black sheep. Go back.
So yeah, that's it. We have to think about. Also, the other versions of Frank for tornado, yeah. And there's a caterpillar. That's another big one. Victor only has one shape so far, so it's fine. Secondary, we now have two sheep, Louis and Barney, and they talk, they eat, they jump. They don't jump, but they pretty much have to have a pretty detailed rig. And the same for the frog, has a rolling tongue, so he has to have he opens the mouth really big, so he needs.
Do frogs have rolling tongue?
No, they don't.
No,
It's just cartoon.
It's just
It
sticky.
doesn't roll. It just goes.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
sticky.
can-
some frogs.
Maybe
have.
can assume
And then it has like a muscle thing on the end.
Yeah.
Maybe we can
Yeah,
help
it
out.
makes
Doesn't
No,
roll.
yes.
Yeah.
You need to look at the screen to see if it's good. So I can't do it from here, but maybe we can help Pablo so he can actually.
It's fine. I'm just gonna move the screen a bit to the back.
Chameleon has the rolling tongue.
That-
There is
I'm
no
not
rolling tongue.
sure. Yeah, it might be
Yep.
just cartoons. That, yeah.
That's
Um,
The frog has
So yeah, and then we have the extras, a flock of sheep that are singing and dancing. And we have a dragonfly and we have a flea, a little flea.
I forgot about that.
That's the flea. I missed it.
It's on the shoulder or something like that. It appears for a moment and it says something.
Ah, that's a flea.
So yeah, there were many to start with. So I started with the frog. Oh, look at that!
Wow.
That's an SVG in the viewer. So I started by drawing a frog. I wanted to do something not depressing. So because there is also the other sheep.
It is not suicidal? Not a suicidal.
No, after some research, they are not very suicidal, but they don't have much clue of what's happening around. So
But frogs have fingers.
what?
Frogs have fingers.
Yes.
Ah, very good.
Was wearing boxing gloves.
Where do I see the fingers? I see
I'm not really good at hands. Not in 2D, not in 3D, not in
draw it
any.
like this.
Yes, always.
But you have toes. Come on. Ooh.
Those are easy. So then I tried to make it okay. Let's.
They have 4 toes on their hands.
Yes.
Frog hands
Okay.
are that easy. It's 5 lines with little circles on the end.
4. Yeah.
4. Is our universe
Very nice.
4 fingered?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Simpsons.
Are you sure?
So
Huh?
Yeah, I had to animate it for that.
That's 4 fingers.
these are the
And the salesman has 4 fingers?
5, I guess.
I don't know.
Wait, what?
It's an important decision.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like Pixar always make 4, I think.
So the salesman is
Because
No, it depends on the. I think. Wait, Incredible.
Pixar
at
has
the-
5 fingers, 4 finger people.
Well, it depends on. Like sometimes they do a 4-finger, but
Ratatouille has 5 or 4.
I can't remember that they had some that had.
Probably
they
5.
did.
maybe. I have no idea.
Yeah, but it's really common for only the 4.
No,
Because
for
you
the
don't need
thumb.
5 to make expression. You don't
Whole
need 5
movie, everybody
fingers
said, "Help me.
to be expressive
cook.
with your hands.
Help me."
So they usually make 4.
They have 5 fingers.
Okay,
Thank you, Google.
thank you, Google. I see
No.
4.
You don't know. It's 2 hands together.
Ratatouille, the rat has 4.
the rat has
The rat has 4.
These are 2 hands together, probably.
4 or 3?
There.
Go back!
The high five.
The people have 5, okay, but the rat has 4.
Yeah,
Okay,
5.
you can
Yes.
combine that. That's interesting.
5 fingers, and the dudes take 4.
It depends on.
Hey, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. That looks great.
7.
Awesome. This
Look at
dude
it.
also.
4.
It's awesome.
So nice.
And only 3 toes.
Only 2 eyes.
And look at the hair. Ooh.
Wow.
3 toes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 4. So
Yes.
the hands.
So we were making this.
That's 4.
No. Anyway.
Yeah, it's a nice Arik.
This is our new hair scene.
Oh, yes, I can just start. Go
Yes.
ahead and start.
Yes.
Got the concept outcome.
Anyway. So I made this.
3 toes and 4 fingers. Yeah.
So the idea, I made the freaking hand
4.
with 4 hands, 4 fingers. So only 2 hands.
If I lick it, do I die or do I get high?
You'll find out. So yeah, this is the colors. Don't pay attention. I did it like this afternoon, and the stupid vertex paint doesn't have a mirror, so you have to do each side individually. Piece off. And so I had to do it. And this is the size of the caterpillar. So this is more or less how
What?
the guy is gonna look.
It's a baby frog.
What? What do you mean, baby
Does
frog?
can the frog be like this size and the caterpillar this size?
No, because it's supposed to be a giant.
Huh? Caterpillars are not that small.
It's supposed to be a giant.
Giant. Okay.
Yeah.
So that way the frog looks like he's 2 meters.
It's actually quite big, yeah.
1 meter. Like a little dog.
So yeah, this is what I did.
Anyway, in a fantasy world, you can do what you like.
And yeah, it's I also did this hands and the shape, and I made this a bit more rounded, but I didn't like it. I like it sharp, so still have to be discussed. Yeah.
Also, the style of the frog and that of the caterpillar will have to be aligned.
Yeah, that's another issue we have.
And that's also for the scale of the detail has to work. So at the moment, it would be looking like more like it's reverse. So the frog is this size and the caterpillar is this size.
Yeah.
Look at how the detail feels. The face, the whole body, and the legs. Right? Some observation.
Yep. So yeah,
It's progress.
yeah, it's a test. Still didn't.
To find out how to make that work.
Not final, but
Lots
yeah.
of sculpting on the skin and then all the details.
Yeah. That should be done after. Yeah, this is just like a 3D sketch. But next week I would like.
Going to work.
Oh well, actually I like this kind of mouth, like totally closed, like they were like Mitri, the Dutch rabbit.
But then you can also open the mouth.
Yeah, you can open it like
And what? How does that look?
like that.
Oh my god. The topology, holy shit.
And then really sharp.
Super big. It has to be open quite big because dude is falling and then stuff happen.
I'm the Joker.
Is it going to have teeth or
I
not?
like it when the mouth in my character can be very small and I thought it's big. And then he opens it and there's a 500 sharp teeth in it with the top.
Right.
Huh?
It's the best. We might need a couple of models to achieve that. It's fine.
Remember the little tooth fairies from Hellboy? Not really.
The little guys.
That's what the tooth fairies from Hellboy.
Oh, the one that like attack you
one
with
that attack
like,
you.
yeah.
But they look so cute.
Yeah.
And then they open their mouth and then
Really creepy.
tooth fairies from
So
Okay.
one question, Pablo,
see?
about the frog.
Oh,
Ooh.
very
Oh
close.
god, that's creepy. So
Very-
Pablo,
Yes.
But they look a little bit like.
so are you thinking about making the eyes being like that wide, just like to have him not be like a character we can have
Yeah.
empathy with? So it's more of an animal kind of a thing.
Yeah, it's more like a wild,
Like a
a
thoughtless
bit.
animal, just mostly.
They don't really. Well, actually, if you look at the dudes, they really look like they have no clue where they're. So
Yeah.
it's like, what are they
Yeah.
thinking? They're just thinking about eating. You know, they just want to eat stuff.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that's one.
which
That's so nice. But those ones, they are like the same size as the caterpillar, maybe a little bit bigger. And then they can move and climb over leaves and stuff. And if you make them dog size, they're like quite more difficult to animate, I think.
yeah, but it's supposed to be.
But he's not in a lot of shots.
Yeah,
He's only there trying to eat the caterpillar.
it's a big part of that scene.
But this
It's a
type
secondary
of
character.
frog,
It's not an extra. It's a
like-
secondary.
You can make them to 15, 20 centimeters. The caterpillar.
That's
You
beautiful.
can make them as big as my hand, and the caterpillar is this size. So you still have it like with that proportion together. It's okay, right? That's good. This proportion together is like a bit out of
It's like a huge dinosaur. Godzilla.
It's like Godzilla. And
Huge Godzilla attacking the. Ah no! Tiny little.
Have we got rocks?
And how do we call the big frog? Like there is frogs and there is the huge fat, not frog, but another kind of. How do you call them?
Oh, the pot. Oh, the
It looks like frog, but it's huge.
toad.
A toad.
Toad. It's more like a toad.
Could be a toad
But if you
also,
Google for toad, they have much different.
because they are
proportions.
bigger.
So what?
A toad.
A toad.
Toad.
Yeah, like the Battletoads, like the video game.
Oh, what? Oh,
That's
was
awesome.
that was a time
Yeah,
travel.
and they're
Yeah.
horrible. They're like really non-funny. Look at that.
It could be a colorful toad.
And Mario has
They're
toad.
making. Look at, oh, that's a fun.
Snake eating
That's
a
how-
toad.
That's like a toad with actual colors.
Oh, but there are some.
What's gonna be the outcome of this?
And those toads have nice
Food.
these things with
Yeah, like
they
a
blow up
pocket
their,
of
their
air.
cheeks so nicely. They're like a couple of nice ones. You see? Those can be quite big. Look at that guy there with the toad. Yeah.
Wow.
Holy
That's a
mother.
huge
Damn.
Good enough.
I would not touch that thing.
Nope.
But yes, I'm also a weak soul.
Nice.
Why
They like to
does
hang
he
out.
click on all the sex images?
Not sex, they're just hanging out.
Are they hanging out?
You don't see anything. It will be filtered if it's sex, you know, you can't search for
Yeah,
sex. On the internet, there is no such thing.
That's right. Because
Never.
should file a request at Google to remove those pictures.
Yeah, report. Flag. Anyway,
But
so it's not a
why
toad.
is the toad from Mario not looking like a toad?
His personal name.
So,
What?
You mean the crocodile?
His personal
You mean
name, no, the toad is
Mario toad.
the mushroom
Looks like
guy?
a mushroom.
it's a mushroom
Yeah.
because
Why is Mario toad a mushroom?
Because the peach is not a peach either.
Huh?
The peach princess is not a giant peach either. It's their names.
Ah,
Stop.
this is what you meant. Yes.
Huh? That's the first time I realized that.
What? That is
It's not a
mushroom?
toad.
It's not a toad. It's
It's a mushroom.
a mushroom.
Yeah.
That
So,
doesn't make sense.
Wait, doesn't Mario eat mushrooms?
Yeah, it's
So it's-
toads.
Maybe because the toad's also hallucinogen, so it's.
Okay.
Ah, no, wait.
He's eating his babies?
Anyway, no. Okay, let's move on. Sorry.
go back to work. Yeah.
Anyway, yes. So this is the dude, and I don't know if I will keep working on it for the time being. Maybe there is some other characters that I could work on until we have a direction,
I have a question for you guys.
an art direction. And
You can talk to David too to get some.
Yeah.
Are the props animated as well? Like on the world, like rocks, they have.
no,
And the concept art, the whole world seem a bit very.
no, I think the world is fairly realistic
Yeah.
in that sense. So the rock is just a rock, the trees are
The
trees,
flowers are flowers.
flowers are flowers. Let me think.
We
But
have-
the rest of the animals are
designing the world, so that's still a huge thing to do. So we don't know yet. I think it should be stylized at least, like the leaves and everything should have a style also.
totally. Yeah, the trees are not trees. The trees
Yeah,
are
it should
straight.
be nice.
But they don't have eyes and talk like Mortal Kombat.
No. Wait, you're onto something.
Anyway, yeah, that's it.
Yeah?
Yeah. I fix a bug in Blender.org, but nobody cares about that. Nobody gives a.
Pablo, can you just like open my thing and show that?
No.
Wait. So what?
No.
Oh, okay.
You have to present it.
Gosh. Okay.
But now it's Sarah's turn.
Hey.
So, do you want me to go over your stuff?
Yeah, I can.
You remember, or you want to?
I don't
Double
care.
standards.
And I can never leave the
Yeah, that's
computer.
more important than you.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Okay, so
And now move that thing to the other side there.
okay.
Double click there.
So this week I worked a little bit searching, with doing early search for the dragonfly. So there is a dragonfly that has to be like the caterpillar will fly on it, like you would grab it and fly on it. So this is only like research, like trying different shapes for the head. I always like try to mix it with something, like here, like with a horse or monkey, and like to search for different possibilities. And I like it like this one is more like how is it called?
What?
Bernard and Bianca.
Bernard and
Bernard and Bianca. Did you see that movie?
Oh,
I've seen it,
Yeah.
but I don't.
So yeah, this one is kind of the same. And then I don't know. It's only like just trying for now.
Anator.
We don't have like still like a character for him, so we
Disney
don't really
movie.
know how he should
It's
behave.
an
So
old
for now,
Disney
it's just
movie.
it's random.
Bernardo and Bianca, two little mice, big
yeah.
adventures.
So I made today.
Also goes, the bottom one goes a little bit in the direction
You can
of
go with
Dr. Seuss.
Ah.
That's nice.
Yeah, the very hairy.
Tiny bit, right?
You can
Ah,
go
come on.
with the arrows. You can go next one.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm a bit lost. I wanted to make that first.
Oh, the surprises.
So
I like that.
So I tried this one. I like that he's an aviator. Like he's a. For now, I'm just really like guessing because I should ask Mathieu what kind of person they are. Like right now, we don't have a direction, so I chose that he's an aviator and trying. Like the aviator stuff could be fun, but
there's one question I have. So it should kind of sync up the whole, like if the toad doesn't have personality, if it's just like a dumb animal wanting food or whatever, it feels like
they all should.
yeah, like these secondary characters should all sync up. So either they do have some kind of personality.
Yeah,
or-
I agree.
Everything has a personality.
But
Like the toad has it. It's a bit.
Retard that? No.
Yeah, well, yeah, sort of. But it has it. I mean, it's always looking for food, and it's a bit.
Yeah, but
fast.
like here you have more like front eyes, which gives it more of a personality. As soon as you move it to the side.
yeah, it
That's
loses.
also personality.
It loses.
Yeah, but it
Yeah.
becomes like.
They're not making
It's less
a picture
expressive.
documentary.
Like if you have eyes there, it's less
No, I know,
expressive
just
because
wanted to sync
you can
up.
see him in front. You can't have eyebrows.
Just wanted to
either.
sync up.
Yeah.
So
So
this
it
isn't
removes
like.
a lot of personality,
this
but that's
isn't
not
like,
bad.
no, eyes
It's
right
just a
here,
choice.
and
I think
then
it's
toad is like
still
here,
a personality, even
with
though
red
it's
eyes.
not.
This is like.
Yeah, but if you want him like to say something really deep, you won't have eyebrows like to give him.
Of course, but
expressions.
he doesn't because his character.
Of
was
course,
not-
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying that if you want like
Yeah, yeah.
expression, you need to have front eyes.
It's just a
And
combo.
if you really want to make it
space.
less personal, then you can like
Yeah, what?
make them huge
the
and don't bother about the eyebrows.
But the frog is not personal. at
No,
all.
of course.
That's why.
So that why it's good.
That's why I think the personality that the frog has
Yeah, yeah,
is accurate because it doesn't have to get attached to the
course.
character.
of course. So yeah, so that's one dragonfly. You will see a lot of others. So that's just. So this is again trying a concept.
Can we have a little bit on the screen for video because we can't see what we're doing?
What?
Yeah, we
Oh.
can see what.
Oh, sorry.
Mm.
Okay.
So what's happening in the scene? I didn't know the scene. I forgot.
Yes, Frank once spotted Tara, and she's just got flying, and he's desperate like to reach her, so he tries like running and everything, and then somehow he grabs a dragonfly and starts flying with it, and going with all the butterflies. All colored butterflies, but Tara, she's white, the only white one. So yeah, it was like trying to have a first glimpse of how could that look, and yeah, that's it.
This is going to be so easy to animate.
Oh Lord. Lord.
Yeah, it's all motion blur.
And that was trying to make a sculpt of Tara. How is she now? I think still the design will change. So, but we wanted to see how it works in 3D and if it worked in 3D. So made a quick sculpt of her, and well, that's the way she looks right now. So.
What do you think? You like this? Or what is that? You want to make
Yes,
it a different
I
version,
think
or is
it's
it
okay.
style you want to walk in, or you want to explore different ways?
If it was me, I prefer more little chubby characters.
Yeah. Well, same here.
I prefer like
more chubby.
more little and chubby characters. Like I tend to do more like tiny paws and everything. So, but I like her. Like if
I think
it's okay.
I think the design and the proportions are quite nice. It's well structured.
It works.
Yeah.
The thing that bothers me is I have the sensation that I have already seen that, like in Pixar movie or Bugs or whatever. I really still have the feeling that it has the same.
It looks the spider.
Yeah, it looks like the spider.
Black Widow.
Exactly.
But then you don't have the wings there. That changes the whole thing.
Yes. But yes, it really looks like the spider. In which movie?
Bugs Life.
It's in Bugs Life. Let me, if I can do it.
I think the neck
Yeah, Bugs Life.
is
Could be.
there are bugs.
Yeah, it's not a bug.
Put on the main screen.
Yes, I am searching.
I'm not really fond
The
of
tooth
this.
fairies are.
It looks a bit
Even
like.
that one is more chubby.
Even that one is more chubby, but yeah, it has like.
Totally different. The movie is 90s. Totally 90s.
This is nice.
It's not that different,
They,
but
didn't- they invented funk shading with Carlin. Then we had to use it for the whole film.
yeah,
So cool.
yeah, it's different. It's true that it's different.
The program is shading.
So, but at least it works. So, but we will see how the style definition evolves, and then we adapt. But for now, it works. This one works.
So far, I think this works better than the combination of the sheep face and the
Yeah,
throat.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it, I think. Yes, that's what I did.
Okay.
Whose turn?
Healthy.
That's it.
Yes.
Show us your movie.
Oh my God. This
Yes, nice.
my what?
Yeah?
What?
We can turn on the lights if the.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Hello. Like 3 people watching. No, 23. Sorry about that. Where's the files? Here we go. There's no application installed for Blender scene files. Can I?
No, Blender?
right?
No. You don't do that.
Where's Blender?
we have
It's on the desktop.
Oh, okay.
There you can find a huge Blender icon there.
Ah, bingo.
So you can drag
Very
and drop.
Ooh, fancy.
just a little bit space for me to.
Yeah. So, okay. Hello. Yeah, this is work in progress. This is not in any way, shape, or form the final character or anything. This is just taking a few mock-ups and then trying to make something that I could start like rigging and animating. This will most probably not see the light of day within the animation, of course, but it's gonna give me something to do because I'm an animator and I have, like, it's all still in concept. So at least I have something to do, and also we could put a little hair simulator on
Man,
it.
it's not occupation therapy.
Yes, it is.
Oh.
Come on.
Explore.
So I'm just
walking or sheep backs character.
Look at that sheepish expression on his face.
Yes, of course. So sad. Okay.
Which
Whoa. So sheepish. So I'm working on a
so
topology.
yeah,
right now.
first you make a topology.
Yes, yes, of course.
That's the most part.
And then I have two sculpts that I've been like referencing, but they're not quite the same, and they weren't finished. So I'm kind of freestyling where it's missing a few parts.
You should.
Yeah.
Totally not how it should look.
I know. But at least I can like rig it, and later on we can probably reuse some of that rig or whatever. Or maybe he's like this loner guy who's like 2 pixels in the background in the movie. That one little sheep in the background just eating or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, so besides that, I bought a bike and a laptop, and I settled in to the apartment. And I'm now an Amsterdamian.
Amsterdamian.
I don't
No,
know.
you're still not an Amsterdamian. You have to subscribe to the city still.
Oh shit, okay. There's like a, and it's
And you will
a whole
you
hazing
have
thing
a
I have to go
tax
through.
number,
Tax number.
tax, and stuff.
No, I'm a pirate. I'm a rogue.
Ah.
I go where the wind takes me. Yes. Yeah. So okay. So I have done nothing spectacular this week.
Ah.
Next
Oh,
up.
you updated Windows.
Oh yeah, I updated Windows.
A whole day.
It
Tuesday,
only
Wednesday.
it took me like a half a day to update it, and then it broke down. So it's yay Windows.
Then it works.
Okay, Windows 8.
Developers.
Yeah.
Who's gonna do it? Let's do it. Yeah.
Together?
Okay.
I can be a cameraman.
Be the cameraman. It isn't hard to follow.
Cameraman. So this is your face,
This is my
in case
face.
you forgot about it.
Hi, face.
Really stressful when you get.
Yeah, we can show that right away.
That's why we have chocolates.
Just a minute. Share.
You could edit.
Too.
Oh,
There's
sure.
weeklies.
Yeah, got an editor recorder to the camera.
Oh, sure. Sorry. Okay. And the build?
In my.
Okay.
I didn't know I could bring bills
Okay.
here. So
You can bring bills.
there's so much fun.
It's in the server. You can bring builds, and they will.
No,
Run.
to
You can even build build here.
It's a regular Ubuntu.
Yeah, it's in Ubuntu 14. Word.
And
Yeah, I'll put images.
There's
It's really nice view. Next week I do full demo of that.
Now you feel what?
We have all the bills. We had bills. I know it.
For his alcohol, maybe.
Maybe it's because I don't and I just
There we are. But many people
feel ashamed.
Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah.
so,
Can you? Yes.
yes.
We
Okay, well.
worked on the air system together this time.
Oh, so this is a team presentation.
Yes.
Yay!
Put the thing on DPI 60. Come on. Come on.
Okay.
So that's why people use the
DPI
GPI License
60 because it's
72.
far too high. Yeah.
Oh,
Now it looks like it's a normal interface.
okay. So this is the
Can
normal.
you
Huh?
Well done.
So,
Nice.
Why
So,
is it 86?
show the
just a
windows?
minute, so we can.
I use
Yeah, go to the corner.
You use 100?
So I was wrong.
Okay, here we are.
Laptop is 80 something. On this desktop, I think it's 100.
So first things first, we're still trying to fix the simulation code, make it behave better.
It's clean full screen.
Slightly better than-
Fighting with mathematical problems. Out of the week.
But we are not hearing you.
Okay, so we're going to show what we have so far. This is a pretty.
What?
Okay, and we hope it will work because we've had some crashes right before we copied it from.
Yeah, the
and
card-
hopefully, if I do it in the right order, it won't crash on us.
So you create a particle,
Yeah,
you
cockpit deleted.
And we're using bullet now, so we have to have a rigid body world as well. Okay, and now we animate it, and hopefully nothing goes down.
Oh.
Okay. And this is how the solver works currently. And of course, it's still stretching.
Yeah.
But it's
Can
already.
increase the stretch damping.
Yep.
What does it collide with?
It doesn't collide yet, but if I enable the.
And you can collide with the
Yeah.
sphere?
Of course, that's what I'm working. Yeah.
And add some drag because probably.
So.
Yeah.
It collides with each other.
Yeah.
Not with each other, with the sphere and some drag.
Set the drag to
Right
like 3 or
there.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Already.
Turned on the hair blower.
So yeah.
Actually, the size of the collision sphere
When you
is
do an
big.
underwater world, I bet you can use this. What?
Yes. But
It's
it's
all a matter
still.
of tweaking.
Evil creatures coming around.
But we work on the collision next week.
Mhm. And make it not be
So
so
several options.
squishy. So that's the idea currently. And apart from that, we were trying to hook this system up to the old particle system, which you can see, which is just done a few hours ago, because we are so awesome. Well, not so awesome. So anyway, you can just try to do something similar. So if you enable the hair simulation data, here you get the options of the new system, and you can animate
And
it.
press T on the left side.
You also, yeah, sorry. And we have to add a new world. Yeah, probably we have to automate this at a later moment. And yeah, and this is the old particle system using the new solver already. And it still needs some work because it doesn't take object motion into account. You see, I move it around and it does nothing. Maybe we can keep it like that. Looks good. Anyway, but yeah, so that's the progress this week, more or less. And we're trying to solve the issues, and we hope that by next week we'll have something that can be used for fair on a ship.
But you will post this also.
Yes,
Yeah.
you can just quickly
So,
show the
Including
Yeah.
from branch, is it in branch? Yeah, yeah, branch.
Hair simulation. Hair setup.
System.
Here.
Yeah, just-
Yep, and
we have a wiki page.
Good.
Yeah. We'll finish this a bit more and make it
Only go
official.
and this is the link for people who want to read it.
Yeah.
wiki.org.in/.
We'll put this in the official developer docs.
Mhm.
All the links.
We also have an institute and a Gooseberry
Yeah.
Weekly page. I think. I'll get it over.
So,
But the focus stays for a week on trying to test simulation
Yes.
solvers.
We're working
Yeah,
on actual
so-
sheep.
Do the mass body sprinting, try to get it stable especially,
Yeah.
and make it look as if it is hair.
mhm.
That sounds good.
And I even told them that even when it doesn't move, it's fine. Like, look at your hair, it doesn't move. And then you add little subtle things. And those subtle things, that's what we really need. Little things that make it look like hair.
You can close
Mhm.
it.
You don't need a tangled simulation of 5,000 strands.
Yeah, we will probably use a few tricks for the collision stuff, make it usable.
And the collision should look nice for shoulder and for moving. We have stuff here, and that works.
In most cases, you can.
But it's always to be very simple. Like this.
Yes, simple here.
Yeah. No. Of course, it's not
Increase
simple.
the bench
Hard
stiffness
stick out.
to show what happens.
That's where we should try to catch something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is that?
Can you
So we
increase
also
the bench
do
stiffness?
a call for everybody in the community and on the planet to help
Yeah.
with us, and maybe they have solved
If
it.
there are.
And now they have the code, and they can hook up very simple solvers to try to test what are the methods to do. And probably the conclusion could be that we have to
And
make a nice node
you use the
system
length
for
of it,
this.
if it's 2 meter
Yeah,
here.
nodes,
Yes.
or like particle nodes, where you can pick multiple solvers, and then the hair
That was a crutch.
are create their own
Thank you for
settings
your
and stuff. Like combine solvers, multi-layer solvers on top of it, or that kind of stuff. But there might be not one solver that was
Let's leave it for now, I guess.
so you get a long
Different
hair solver,
hairstyle,
a fur solver, a plastic hair solver,
Shape solver.
sheep hair solver, curly hair solver. They're all
Way to calculate the hair simulation.
A Python solver which you can plug in right from solver in
course.
Python.
Of course,
Yeah.
10 million here.
Way to calculate the
Okay.
solver to behave different.
Yeah, could become the result of this project one day.
A GLS solver you can write your some GPU code solver.
Okay, good. What did I do?
So,
I remember in '98 when I started like
This is my-
3D programs. My mom, who's a hairdresser, asked me like, "Oh, can you do like 3D hair?" In '98.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was asking me that. I'm like, nah, the technology is not quite there.
Polygon, heb je maar het teksten.
Yes, it was no.
Your mother would have seen the difference.
It's true. Just fake it. Simple. Yeah.
Let's start some general development.
Ooh. Why can't you run January?
This is, I finished the full screen patch, and then someone already tested and posted on Twitter.
Yeah.
Adisha. But basically now,
I'm all for it to have a buttonless.
yes.
Only 3D controller.
and then on,
January.
Yeah, definitely. I would use this. I really would.
so the days on BigCon 1 we commit this, and then we have a whole release cycle to test and experiment. And what we have is a full screen mode with no UI element. If you mouse over the edge, you see the icon and you can click on it. I need to finish some small things, the size of the clicking area, but that's I've wrapped up this week. And something interesting about UI and usability is that a lot of the product is not what we commit, not the code, but the decisions behind. This is pretty much all the reasons for not to do this full screen in any other way. So they have a few ideas, having a pop-up saying, hey, you're in full screen mode, an option to have a shortcut to remove the UI or just to go full screen. But so just the pro and cons of each of these. This is on the tracker. This was the whole thing we talked today. We talked with Campbell, just to try to go to a solid design. Wait, that's for full screen. Now let's go to Git. Yeah. So anamorphic. So last week I already had this anamorphic working for a perspective camera, which effect to simulate anamorphic lens. And then this week I got help from Aldo Zhang, he's from Argentina, but he's a friend from Brazil. He's a mathematician. He codes for Lux. He's the one I presented the work in panoramas and the Lux render. He was the one who actually did the Lux code. So it's really awesome guy. So he helped me to fix because there's a bug in the code we had. And then we posted on code.blender. It's nice, so put some time on spreading out the words.
Oh, there's a blog post in code.
Yeah. You could retweet.
Wow, I didn't see it. I'm gonna retweet it right now.
Just to show people how features are made and blah, blah, blah. And again, it's also really nice to be here surrounded by artists, really help for making of these features. And now to my favorite part, which is to Multifield. Next week, I'm gonna actually show a build here. I didn't know we could have builds in this machine. This week I worked on the compositor for the Multifield, finishing up all the compositor pending tasks, which mainly was the backdrop. So even the backdrop now you get to see it in 3D, either anaglyph or whatever, even though it's noisy, but still. Also the viewers. So this is, if you select this view, you get to see here. If you select the other one, you get to see the other view. So just as a regular view can change the nodes and see the result in real time. This here is an example of using the switch view, which allows you to do specific edits for each of the views. So in this case, you're doing different color treatment for each of the views. And here, that image editor working as we had before, showing the individual views or the combined 3D results. And even the split view is working, which was cool because it was, yeah, kind of annoying to do. And we didn't have to really refactor the composer, which was awesome. I'm using a hack on top of the cache system, so it's pretty good. I'm happy because it's working. It's a lot of work, but it's working. And then yesterday, actually, I recorded a video. It's on YouTube, just showing this workflow because it's so cool if you get to see it. Just helping to try to connect with people and blah blah blah. And then I just regular baking things. Finally fixed again. I think I showed last week this fix. This is a fix on top of the fix for CUDA baking with high image blah blah blah. We just went over and commit that, and that's all. That's pretty much it.
Awesome.
What did I do?
What did you do this week?
So what we are going to do next week. So planning. I wanted to make a planning for one project. Didn't come. What will happen is that we got Matthias next week, Thursday, I think. He's from Argentina. He will start having the storyboarding.
Staying in our place? Is he staying in our place? Where is he staying?
Yeah. Then we got a scientist coming over.
Science?
Julia from Sweden, and she's going to study us.
Really?
Yeah. She's going to put ask permission if she could walk about without bothering us. But as a good scientist, you should not influence your environment, you know. It's the whole principle of physics, particle physics, that one.
Okay.
You don't know if things move or with speed.
So she's gonna stay in the shadows and
stay in the.
You're in the fire.
Helicopters flying.
Yeah, but she's studying how open source and open movies come to existing. And she likes to be involved, like with the whole project, and write a thesis about Gooseberry.
Ooh, nice.
And she can also then, in exchange for being here, help us write the documentation and documenting it.
That is nice.
Even better, because we are not doing that. Better enough.
Super good.
So I will talk to her about finding ways how to make that for her useful and also for us useful. And she wanted to come by for the week. She stays on her own expenses. The university pays her. So
Can't get it better.
So then David is back drawing too. We do concept work next week. The script dialogue is going to be written next week. The week after we might have our first voice recording already. Storyboard. That's a simple placeholder voice, but well with professional actors like ourselves here and the real actors, and we have something to use. Meanwhile, in September is casting for good actors. Preference is not to use a famous actor, but to use good ones. The casting agents said that based on all the feedback you will get. Turn, you can select those 5 characters per 5 candidates per character. And for the 3 main characters, a casting. This is fun.
With dialogues first.
But that's probably then end of September or in October.
Yeah.
But if we have a voice in October, that's more than soon enough. I mean, and then you do characters with characters will be active, no?
Yeah.
So that the animators know, aha, so that's the right? That's about still trying to go for Dutch actors who speak, of course, really good English. You can have multiple sessions and come back. Otherwise, if you get a famous actor, you have always the problem that you have to put all of them in one session. And it's the Dutch for it, and then they fly to Los Angeles.
No reshoots.
Yeah, and then next week we will go back on cloud work, and Francisco will be back, Bart will be coming, and Anja will be here for the vision.
Art's back. Bart.
Bart will be here too, for the shop, cloud shop, and the internet shop. But there's not a planning yet. I know.
No plan.
So next week will be a plan. Plus decisions on who's going to art direct what and how the style going to be developed. Dus je zegt dat clear now. That has to be defined better.
Not clear. Yeah.
I think we have enough material now to make that kind of decisions. That's it.
That's it.
Yes.
Anything else to add?
No. Monday we do kickoff, 10 o'clock.
Yeah. We could stream that if you want. No.
Then I'm not nice. No,
Yeah.
nice friendly
That's the
talk.
nice one.
But Monday I'm the evil talk.
Yeah. Exactly.
So people all think I'm a nice guy, right?
Anyway, bye bye everybody. Say goodbye. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Over winter zijn.
Join us for Thai food.
Yes, and at the windmill. Bye bye. You had a book, right? No.
Your book, show your book.
She's like, hey, let's do that every single week.
Every single week. It's
Show the award.
You need the literary shop.
Advertisement.
Yeah, plug.
Yay.
Shame.
And it has a blender on the front page even.
And it's a real picture?
Is it in our shop?
Yes, this is on the
Exactly.
blender shop.
Is it a real picture? No.
Yeah. Well, the background, do you recognize it? It's a Blender UV color test,
Yeah.
Oh,
but patch it to remove the colors and the letters.
okay.
So it's and Mike took the picture. Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome. And we got, I don't know if you can see it over here, we got a new glass. No, you can't even see it. We got a glass wall.
Oh, right.
Yes.
That you can draw on.
That we can draw on. I think you can't see it
This is very
At
good
all.
to show what we have drawn on the glass wall.
on the glass wall. Yeah, it's somewhere over there. You can see a little bit. Anyway,
It's sunny.
so that's it.
It's sunny.
Yep. Bye bye. See you. Turn off the thing.
Yes.